So I've covered my canvas in black, but I'm working on a black canvas as well. So I just had to give it a little skim coat, but the canvas was black to begin with. But that is to make my paint move nice and smooth. So I'm not sure what color palette I'm wanting to do today for this Ghost Swipe, or Swipe. Maybe some gold, some yellow. Get some vibrant colors in here of some sort, some orange, something kind of Halloween-ish looking. I don't know. Actually, I think I might start with some pink. Let's see, what's next? Some crimson red. These paints are pre-mixed paints that I use for pours. They're all mixed with Floetrol here in these bottles, and they all have OGX in them, which is that coconut hair serum, and a little bit of water. So I should get some cells in this because of that. Let's see what else. Do a little bit of orange. I'm going to do a little gold. And I think I'm going to do some magenta. This one, this bottle tends to clog on me sometimes, but it's flowing pretty nice right now. Let's see what we get with that. Okay, I've got my paper towel set up to wipe my card off, keep it nice and clean in between my swipes. And I just use these paint card chips as my swiping tool. They work nicely. Let's see. See, my black was starting to dry there a little bit on the ends, and I want the black to be there to help pull my paint down. Oh yeah, that's gonna sell up quickly. Check that out. That's kind of cool looking. That's pretty. Whoops. Not wanting to get paint on my table. I'm gonna get another couple napkins here. Pretty. Ooh, I like that. Something so vibrant about that magenta that I really love. And as soon as my cards start to kind of curl a little bit on the ends, that's when I switch them out. You can get these a dime a dozen, they're free. Doesn't cost you anything. I did get a weird look in the paint aisle one day. I was grabbing a bunch of different, you know, chips here, paint chips, and just looked at me like I must really be confused on what colors I want to paint my home, but little did they know this is what I'm using it for. So it's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around. I like swiping both sides first and then coming back in maybe with a smaller card and doing some embellishment. And at that point then I decide if I want to add a little bit more color in any area. Okay. It's pretty. I really like all the cells I'm getting in this, to be honest. Most of the ghost pours that I see, or the ghost swipes, they don't really have any silicone in their paint when they're doing them, so they don't get a lot of cells. I like that look as well, but I really kind of like the cells in it. Okay, and let's see if I have any smaller cut ones. I'm gonna cut one real quick. Just gonna take one of these and cut it in half so I have a little bit of a smaller one. Trying to see where I might want some more contrast color. Might want a little bit more pink in a few areas just to Just a real light touch is what I'm going for here. I like it. Do one more. Just a little bit of yellow. Oh, that's what not to do. Yeah, what not to do. All right, let's see how we're going to fix that now. Don't drop your swipe card into your painting. So we're gonna try and fix it. Oh, I like the yellow. It gives it a nice pop. I think I'm going to do just a little bit more of that. We'll probably call it good. One right here. I like that, that's pretty. So now I'm gonna give it a little bit of a torch and see what other cells we might get out of there. There's plenty already, but these do tend to dry pretty quickly because it's not a heavy amount of paint. So this will probably be dry in the morning. I see where my black is already drying in areas of the canvas. So I'll come in and put a couple coats of varnish on this as well once it's completely dry. Bring it in a little bit closer maybe. But yeah, I'll show it to you in the morning, see what it looks like when it's dry, and then we'll give it a coat of varnish. So y'all have a good night, and if you like these videos, please like, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Good night. All right, it's the next morning, and it is completely dry. I just kind of want to bring you in closer. Let you see the pretty colors. Some iridescent gold shimmer in there. Magenta, pink, yellow, orange. Pretty colors. This made me think more of Halloween, of course. So I'm gonna varnish it and it'll be ready for go. And now that the painting is fully dry, I'm going to give it a couple coats of the Liquitex varnish to protect and bring those colors out. I'm going to use a foam brush to apply nice thin even coats, let it dry in between, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Just gently push the varnish back and forth on your canvas to get a nice thin coat. And then you can take your foam brush all in one direction gently to give it a nice smooth look, and then let that dry, and you'll do the same thing again. I have not used this varnish before. This is the first time I'm using the Liquitex. I've used the Deco Art, so I'm not really sure what the dry time is in between coats, but with the Deco Art, it is roughly 15 minutes or so is about it, so not too long. This is much thinner of a product. As I poured it on, I noticed. But I think the results are supposed to be pretty amazing, so I wanted to give it a try. It's a little pricey, but hopefully it's going to be well worth it. To save the time for the video, I'm going to go ahead and pause this now, get my 3 coats on, and I'll show you the dried painting. So the coats of varnish that I have done have really brought out the colors. You can see it's made that gold iridescent just pop. Sorry, it's hard to get good lighting on it. It just really brings out the colors, makes them really vibrant. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you at my next one.